He noticed a girl waving excitedly from a dangerous looking edge. Thinking she was in difficulty, he hastened toward her, but in doing so, slipped himself and wrenched his ankle. As it turned out, she was not in difficulties at all, but was merely signaling to a friend farther down the mountain. She was an expert climber, better even than Chips, who was pretty good. Thus, he found himself the rescue instead of the rescuer. And neither role was one for which he had much relish, for he did not, he would have said, care for women. He never felt at home or at ease with them. And monstrous creature beginning to be talked about the new woman of the 90s filled him with horror. He was quite conventional person, and the world viewed from the heaven of Brookfield seemed to him full of distrustful vision. There was a fellow named Bernard Shaw who had the strangest and most reprehensible opinion. There was Ibsen too, with his disturbing plays. And there was this new craze of bicycling which was being taken up by women equally with men. Chips did not hold with all this modern newness and freedom. He had a vague notion of he never formulated it that nice women were weak, timid, and delicate, and that nice men treated them with a polite but rather distant chivalry. He had not therefore expected to find a woman on a great gable, but having encountered one who seemed to need masculine help, it was even more terrifying that she should turn the table by helping him, for she did. She and her friend had to, he could scarcely walk, and it was a hard job getting him down the steep track to Wesdale. Her name was Catherine Bridges. She was 25, young enough to be Chip's daughter. He had blue flashing eyes, freckled cheeks, and smooth straw-colored hair. She too was staying at a farm on holiday with a girlfriend, and as he considered herself responsible for Chip's accident, she used to bicycle along the side of the lake to the house in which the quiet middle a serious looking man lay resting. That was how she thought of him at first, and she because she rode a bicycle and was unafraid to visit a man alone in a farmhouse sitting room, wondered vaguely what the world was coming to. His brain put him at her mercy, and it was soon revealed to him how much he might need that mercy. She was a governess out of a job with a little money and saved up. She had admired Ibsen. She believed that women ought to be admitted to the university, that even thought they ought to have a vote in politics. She was a radical with leaning toward the views of people like Bernard Shaw and William Morris. All her ideas and opinions she poured out to Chips during those summer afternoon at Basil Head. He because he was not very hard, did not state what could you do much up such a person. Chips thought he used to hobble with sticks along a footpath leading to a tiny church. There was a stone slab on the wall, and it was comfortable to sit down, facing the sunlight and the green-brown majesty of the gable, listening to the chatter. Well, Chips had to admit it, a very beautiful girl. He had never met anyone like her. He had always throughout the modern type. this new woman